Georgia will affect this Marquette squad.
It's a tough ask because defensively, UConn is so potent and can turn you over. So patience on offense, playmaking, being able to move the basketballs will be imperative for Marquette.
Now this is the interesting matchup right here. Iguodaro guarded by Clingan. Iguodaro is so talented, so versatile. He's 6'11" and can take guys out. Wide. Ross down the lane, running left-hander, no. Rebounded by Tristan Newton.
And very important, UConn has gotten off to slow starts the last 2 games. I think they'll push the tempo, maybe press up a little bit more in order for them to eliminate that and give Marquette any kind of breathing room early.
Spencer, bounce pass inside, stolen away. Clingan not ready for it. Cam Jones the other way. Joplin's hit some big shots in this tournament. Number 23 for Marquette. Here's Jones. He's been the strong to stir the drink. Iguodaro with the teardrop goes down over the outstretched arm of Clingan.
Kind of do a little bit what Tyler Kolek does. Maintains his dribble. You attract the defense, and that time Iguodaro did an excellent job of maintaining spacing in order to get that outlet and finally get that little push shot on the baseline.
UConn beat St. John's 95-90 in last night's first semifinal. Tristan Newton and Cam Spencer combined for 45 points, 18 assists, and just 1 turnover. 3 to shoot. Here's a big man. Nice catch. First layup short. Batted out. Scooped up by David Joplin.
And sometimes, we saw this in last game too, Donovan Clingan has a tendency to be off balance, so he can't explode up. And that time, by not having balance, he left that shot just a little bit short.
Jones, guarded by Stephon Castle. Talented freshman. Ross on the baseline. 2 to shoot. Stevie Mitchell, did he get it away? Yes, he did. Can't get his own rebound. Great defensive stand by Connecticut.
Yeah, just disciplined defense up and down, and now Cam trying to pay it off right there with a nice shot in transition.
Ross, pick and roll. Allows it. Out of bounds.
Very important that also Iguodaro is aggressive when he has a chance to get the ball right now. Donovan Clingan kind of monitoring and kind of shadowing Cam Jones right there, and Iguodaro able to fill the spot. And he had so much space in between. He was able to hit that push-up. Let's keep our eye on that dribble penetration on Osa.
Castle. Lost it. Picked up. Cam Jones. Got a quick trigger. His left hand is his strong hand. And he has no problem going right. As he does there, Castle says, get it out of here.
And the challenge for Castle, the young freshman against the mature veteran in Cam Jones. Being aggressive without fouling, using your athleticism and height to influence what Cam Jones does. And that one, excellent recovery and defense by the young Castle.
Remember, Stephon Castle may be the most heralded talent on the court in terms of NBA watching. Some people feel he could be a first-round pick if he decides to leave this year. Marquette starts this game 1 of 5. Pick and roll, Cam Spencer. Caravan, he's been high. Short. Transition defense, according to Shaka Smart, very important for Marquette. Jones, off the window, in and out. Stephon the other way. Drive. Wraps it around, Clingan. Floater. Both teams struggling to start this game. UConn 0 for 4 with 2 turnovers.
Get some good looks, but right now I think just a little bit tight on both ends in regards to allowing that rhythm to be there. And Cam can make that shot. But like you said, guys, both teams kind of struggling trying to find the bottom of the nets early.
Marquette 1 for 7 is inside. Clingan up, and he's still missed it.
Yeah, the balance once again. I mean, that one right there, not able to get any explosion. Pick and roll was there. Another missed opportunity inside for UConn.
Deep jumper. Joplin rims off. Klinger with another rebound. Marquette now 1 for 8. Spencer, he's been a designated sharpshooter for this team. You don't want to give him any space. Newton, he's the straw. That's a quick. Love the way these teams are defended, Jimmy.
They are. Beautiful box out.
Easy.
Nothing easy. Beautiful box out that time by David Joplin on Caravan inside.
Stevie Mitchell playing with that tender shoulder. And Jones guarded by Newton now. Mitchell. Lost it out of bounds. And we'll head the other way. Defense, defense, defense. 2-0. 14:41 to go in the first half. 52 points in the first half last night against St. John's. Tristan Newton, he's got to get going. He is the straw that stirs the drink. You know about that here in New York. That was Reggie Jackson. Number 44.
Samson Johnson in the game. The lob threat off these pick and rolls.
Love the way he's been playing.
Yes.
What an athlete. And his skill level is growing. Here's Spencer. Puts it out. Newton for to shoot. Baseline. Off the glass. No good for Caravan.
I love the move. He turned down the three-point shot. He put his head down. Did the right thing, but just not able to finish.
Iguodaro stripped on the way up to stay in. Now Hassan Diarra will check in for Connecticut. Diarra, the Big East 6th man of the year. Yesterday he had 10 points against St. John's in 21 minutes. He's been wonderful for Dan Hurley's team. Stevie Mitchell is the glue guy. They should have all-American glue guys. Stevie Mitchell will be the MVP. Cam Jones.
Another one. Inside. And that time, I think, out of his rear view, he was thinking Samson Johnson was right there, so he left it short. Diarra.
Ball tipped out. He picks it up. Newton skipping to the cup. Nice two-hand flush for Samson Johnson.
Keep our eye on this. In 2 games, Marquette has given up 48 second chance points, 21 and 27 to UConn. And that was an opportunity right there for finally for UConn to crack the board.
And a steal. Spencer, hard drive, stripped by Mitchell. Loose ball on the floor and out of bounds against Connecticut.
Well, sometimes it's not easy to get that first score, but you do what you do best, which is crash the offensive glass. The dribble penetration allowed this play to be extended, and Tristan Newton put his head down. So listen, man, we need to get something easy. Samson Johnson, no easier than a 0-footer.
Some early game jitters, would you say?
I think so. Tightness, because you want to be able to execute the game plan. And you're thinking about, again, something that UConn wants, which is a goal of all this year. And then the repeat aspect without your best player to prove that you can still win in a big-time way here on the biggest stage.
Diarra driving, reverse layup, too strong. And out of bounds, foul coming up against the Huskies. That's the first foul of the game. Samson Johnson. Klingon ready to check back in.
And it's interesting, too, with Klingon and Samson Johnson. Samson Johnson is primarily more of a 4, so you don't want to utilize him at the center for extended minutes unless Jonathan Klingon's in foul trouble. So that's why it's very important that Klingon does not get into foul trouble to be able to utilize the in-and-out situation or replacement situation between the two.
Marquette throws it away. Diarra cross court. Newton, one dribble, leads in. Diarra double pump with English no. Bats around, Ben Gold right there.
Yeah, UConn made that transition opportunity too difficult. The spacing wasn't there. Tristan Newton rarely makes a mistake but got caught in the air. Took away what could have been an easy two.
Stevie Mitchell reverse layup. And that makes it a 4-2 game with 12:14 to go here in the first half. UConn 1 for 11. Klingen, nice catch. And foul.
Marquette foul. Number 2, Chase Ross. His first
Now, Gus, some early jitters, I think, by both teams. But this time, Stevie Mitchell, I see you, big fella. I'm going to use the rim as my protection. Get to the other side.
Donovan Klingen at the line. And he will shoot 2. Klingen. 6 points in the semis against St. John's. Cam Jones back in.
Cam Jones returns for Marquette.
You know what's interesting too, Gus, is that Marquette early in this game not able to take advantage of the slow shooting start by UConn. So let's keep our eye on that as we bleed into the rest of this first half. And the momentum starts to edge towards UConn.
Castle. Drive. Leaves his feet. Picked up. Diarra to Newton. Sets. Drives. Lock. Klingen. Short, but a foul. 11. When Danny started coaching with me, the kids just gravitated to me.
And camps, keep in mind, that was our lifeblood growing up. Because within camps is when you did station work and drills during the day. You learned the fundamentals of the game, then you played in the afternoon.
Okay.
So it spurred a level of competition within the station work, and then you were able to see if you can take what you learned, implement that, and see if it paid off in the game.
Did you ever coach any camps in the summer?
I did. I used to have a camp for 20 plus years back in Toledo. Loved every minute of it, man. Loved the teaching aspect of it.
Iguodala with the jump hook over Klingen, and that one goes down to give Marquette a 6-5 lead.
Patience that time by Iguodala. And what he was able to do by having patience, Gus, he created enough time and space to get that jump hook off over Klingen.
Klingen, 7 to shoot. Castle. Nice look inside, but it's stolen away as Chase Ross steps in the passing lane. Third turnover for Connecticut. And Jones. Stolen by Diarra. He's got a trailer. Newton. Diarra to the hole. Left the up. And
Tempo changes when he's in the game. Now, again, the turnover was there, but he gives you a different burst. When you talked about staying out of transition, Marquette did an excellent job at home, only giving up 8 points to UConn in transition. But let's go back to this. Listen, patient, that little hesitation throws Donovan Klingen, able to get it up when you turn it over against this UConn team.
Diarra
to Christmas, bro.
Diarra is from Queens, New York, so he's got 15 tickets he was responsible for. Hey. His family's here, and I said, wow, how'd you get 15 tickets? He said, I had to buy them. I was like, how could you afford that? He said, NIL.
Hey, before it was like, yo, we can only get 2, bro. I can't pay for it. Now I'm like, how many you need? I got you.
Baseline. Up top. This time, it's Trey Norman who just checked in. Both teams looking for an offensive spot. 8 to shoot. Ross to Iguodala. There's that floater again. Cam Spencer hadn't had a number of good looks to start this game. Castle on the fade. Connecticut, 2 for 13. Marquette, 3 for 14.
But despite that, Gus, is still in favor of UConn because of their ability to go on scoring spurts. Marquette not able to separate themselves right now. I think it's going to be detrimental. They can't figure out a way to capitalize on the missed shots right now by UConn.
Jalen Stewart, who just checked in off the mark, had a great game yesterday, 8 points off the bench in the semis in 11 minutes. Cam Jones, he'll take a three. There it is. That's the game's first three-pointer. 9-7 Marquette. The winner of this game receives the Big East, their automatic bid to play in the NCAA tournament. Flamer forced his way inside, and Cole gets his own rebound again and again and again. Big fella. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Multiple efforts. And let's go back to this play. The pick and roll. Again, this is one of the favorites because the corner is empty. And look at the space with Klingon here because he's in drop coverage. That just comes right here. He rolls out. And now he's not able to get out to the shooter. Great recognition that time by Cam Jones, knowing what the coverage is. And Donovan Klingon, listen, it's a tough going right now for him inside. A little frustrated, but he's finally able to get that offensive rebound twice back up and in.
This is a three-throw, and the rebound goes to Connecticut. Here's a trailer. Newton, the lob on the baseline. Batted around. Newton turns it over. Cam Jones, high-stepping in the front court. Kicks it out baseline. Another pure jump shot. This time, Zane Lowry. And Marquette takes a 12-9 lead against the national champions.
And keep in mind, Marquette is one of the best teams in the Big East in transition basketball. To see the outstanding spacing that led to that much-needed three-point shot. Beautiful inside out right there at UConn.
Donovan Klingon. 7-2. Eventual first-round pick.
Hard and keep crashing the glass, but as Klingon is at the line right now, really going to work inside, but coach told him to make sure before he looked at the finish to make sure he grabs the catch, because obviously he's fumbled a couple of those so far.
All right, Christina, I love a game like this. Every possession counts. Every basket counts. So much pressure now on these teams because neither one of them offensively are playing well. Every turnover hurts.
That's right. We saw UConn being able to benefit off those turnovers in the pace that Shaka was talking about. And what that does now, this UConn defense is not set, so you may be able to exploit some gaps within that defense to get some easier looks. That's what pace will do for you.
But this is the man for UConn that has to start taking over. He's got to be aggressive. He's got to know that this is his team, and that's Tristan Newton. Spencer, baseline, Newton. Wraps it around, Diarra, around the five, off the heel.
Good offense that time by UConn. Diarra just not able to cash it in.
Remember, no Tyler Kolek again for Marquette. Out with an oblique injury. And a whistle, reach and foul coming up against the Huskies. Cam Spencer. There's Tyler Kolek. They're going to save him for the NCAA tournament. He could have played today if need be, but they want to make sure that he's 100% healthy. Been working out really hard.
We talked about this yesterday. The challenge is, though, you can't go from 0 to 100 because you're not really going to practice to see how much you can really push it. Yeah, it feels good right now because you're not at actual playing capacity at 100%. So it's smart that they set them out. They get a practice or two in before the NCAA tournament. And you have to have a better judgment on how he feels from that.
Stewart. They wrap it around. Newton. Cam Spencer fight for the rebound. He had it. And it's Marquette basketball. Spencer stepping on the baseline. UConn 0 for 7 from the three-point line.
But they're getting some looks. But this is David Joplin right here being able to get inside position. And Cam, he stepped out at the last minute, but that's where the official got the call. Let's see if Cam Jones and Iguodala can get into their 1-2 middle pick and roll that was successful in last night's game versus PC.
6 minutes to play. First half. Our score is 12-12. And Marquette turns it over again. There's 6 turnovers. Newton trying to put pressure on the defense. Finds a cutting Caravan short. UConn 4 for 21. Marquette back at it. Jones D. And the rebound to Spencer. Let's see if he pulls a transition.
Samson Johnson got away with a push.
Nice look as Spencer finds Samson Johnson for the easy flush.
And Shaka Smart not too happy about the push by Samson Johnson on David Joplin. That gave Johnson the advantage in transition because of that push by Cam Spencer. I'm going to show you. We're going to take a look at it right now. You're talking about the officials letting them play. They did on that one right there. That's an obvious foul. But then in transition, the beauty about this, look where the ball is at. It's in the middle of the court. Now, once you go inside, now he's able to get inside right behind the defender because of Cam Spencer's ability to shoot that little runner in the lane.
Chase Ross at the line. Sophomore from Dallas, Texas with the Cushing Academy. The semis, he had 7. Clingan back in. Johnson out. On the season, Ross averaging 6 points and 3 rebounds. 14-13. Takes a 3. Iguodala. Ross curling down the lane. Clingan gathers it. Newton. Bounce pass. Caravan gets there. Blocked. What a block. That's Ross. He'll get it on the other end.
He chased that, his first name Chase, all the way down to take that away, Gus.
Joplin. Batted out. Caravan. 4:23 to go. Folks, the score's 14-13. This is a great game. Defense. Castle on the finish. Stefan.
Love it. This young man has grown so much in his IQ for when to go, where the gaps are at, and slowed his game down. Beautiful pull-up in the lane that time.
Connecticut with its largest lead of the game. 3 points. Iguodala. Here's that teardrop again, and it's good. Oh, so good. Iguodala. He's got 6. Big time jumper. Tristan Newton. 19-15. Listen to this crowd. This is a Big East Tournament Championship. The defending national champion against the defending tournament champion. Stevie Mitchell. 3 to shoot. Joplin, 1 to shoot. Rebounded and stuck back in by Zane Lowry. Wow. Stefan Castle. Hesitation. Castle trying to wrap it around the Clingan. He'll take it away and try to bang it in, but draws a foul.
Well, the last minute of the...
We won't hold that against him.
No, we won't. He's from the D.C. area. Morgan Wooten. Samantha.
Clingan at the line. Clingan 3 double-doubles this season. He's close to 1 in the first half here. 9 points, 9 rebounds. Gets a free throw. What makes him special, too. Clingan, very versatile. Free throw shooting getting better. Here's Jones driving to the hole. Loose ball picked up. 21-17 Connecticut. It's a Connecticut defense. That's a staple of this team. Dan Hurley learned it all from his father. Bob C. And a steal. David Joplin. And the layup goes down.
There you go. Figure out ways also outside of your half-court offense where your defense can dictate some offensive opportunities. That time Joplin with some excellent hands, able to get out in transition and finally get an easy one from Marquette.
5 turnovers for Connecticut. Castle. Blocked out of bounds, recovered by Joplin. Beautiful rotation by David Joplin coming from the weak side. Jones, deep jam. We got 2 killer Cams playing tonight, folks. Cam Jones and Cam Spencer.
So how are you going to delineate between the two? What you going to do?
Who's the biggest killer? Right now, it's Jones. 22-21. 6th lead change. 1:18 to go. Marquette fans getting into it. Spencer rises. Iguodaro, another rebound. His 3rd. Drives, floats. Spencer. Clingan already 10 points, 10 rebounds. Nice look, Paradigm. He can pass 2. Donovan Clingan. 23-22 UConn. 34 seconds to play in the first half. It's been a great game. It's been a defensive game. You're seeing the effort from both teams. Rejected by Clingan. 9 to shoot. Shot clock doesn't reset. Joplin, shake, spin, step back. Boom. David Joplin. 24-23, folks. 13 points.
The little things that's going to count, and Marquette has done an excellent job of staying the course despite not putting the ball in the hoop. And UConn has an opportunity here with 13 seconds left, despite not shooting it well, to maybe take the lead in the halftime, regroup.
Zay Lowry picks up his second 16 foul. Shot clock turned off. Game clock at 10. Tristan Newton. Newton. Step back. And hits. The laws of motion. Tristan Newton.
We talked about some of the tightness on the missed layups, but also that could be fatigue too in the legs. So it's a matter now, if you're fatigued from that perspective, from a physical, you can't be fatigued mentally. That's how you start to create mistakes, and your opponent can then benefit from that.
He said lactic acid, sitting in the hotel room, going to a shoot around, it all plays a part. Newton swings it, Caravan.
Well, another way to disrupt this UConn offense is to switch up the defense. That time, a 2-3 zone coming out of halftime by Marquette regulated UConn to a jump shot early in the second half.
Cam Jones, Joplin D. And you see those shots with both teams falling short, Jimmy.
Yep.
As Newton whizzes this one out of bounds, looking for a cutting Castle.
It's been twice, too. Newton with the lob in the first half to Clingan. That was just off. And that one was an easier pass to Stephon Castle that wasn't completed. So you talked about the weary legs and the mental fatigue a little bit. Those normalized plays that you don't make play into that.
Pull-up jumper. And that one is good for Cam Jones. (27-26) Marquette. The defending national champion Huskies. The defending tournament champion Golden Eagles. Spencer curls, blows,
beautiful. Like Hawkins last year, exceptional off the ball with his movement.
Outlet pass, finds it, gets there. Short, rebound, off the rim, Clingan in there fighting, and foul.
Now, one has a jump ball, one has a foul from the officials. Let's take a look. Listen, quick offense, make a decision. Iguodala right here, it's a foul castle. You can't go underneath this screen right here, because if you do, Cam Jones will make you play. Again, the mental fatigue sometimes causes you not to stay disciplined, and this is when Cam is at his best, Gus, to curl off the ball, runner in the lane.
Iguodala put pressure on Clingan. Extra move, and Clingan blocks his shot. Shaka Smart told me before the game that he thinks Clingan is the defensive player of the year. His timing is unbelievable.
Got him. I tell you, see, that's why you swing it to the corner. Instead of the ball coming from up top from Newton, I believe it was, you swing it to the corner. Now Donovan is able to shift his hips to the baseline and open them up. And the pass is there, simple, easy bucket inside and out of bounds right there.
Chase Ross steps on the baseline out of bounds, but Clingan 12 points, 12 rebounds.
Well, don't force it. Right here, watch his footwork there. They extended the left hand, throw it over the top. Iguodala is late to the party because while he's up top on a shooter, so he can't get back inside. And it's all about ball movement. Cam Spencer, Caravan inside to Clingan. Easy, too.
30-27. Pick and roll. Castle, spinning. Lost it, out of bounds, and will head the other way.
I thought that one went off of Iguodala or Joplin. Yeah, there we go.
They reverse it.
Hey, the officials 3 games in a row, they may be a little tired.
They've been excellent, though, in my opinion.
But they've allowed these young men to play. And even sometimes when coaches have gotten over-aggressive, understanding the gravity of the moment and not penalizing too much.
Tristan Newton, a brick. Rebounded Joplin. And a foul coming up. Clingan called for the foul. His first. And the first team foul against the Huskies. Cam Jones, Stevie Mitchell. Oso with Iguodala. Joplin. Chase Ross. Joplin. Trying to shake up his man, Caravan. One pull, tough shot goes down. David Joplin is the kid from Milwaukee that was scheduled to go to Texas with Shaka Smart. When Shaka left Texas and came to Marquette, he said, hey, I'm going to stay home and play for my coach. At home, Caravan.
Caravan a little short. He's had some really good looks in that one. Meg's not into that jump shot.
Stevie Mitchell inside, can't get Clingan off his feet. And this time, oh so good, Iguodala. Another big bucket. 8 points on 4 of 10 shooting.
Got the spacing that time. That opened up the opportunity for another push shot.
31-30, Golden Eagles. Changes shot, got Castle on a cut to the basket, and he'll bank it down. 32-31. Now they're starting to get a little loose. And that's because both teams start to go inside. Cam Jones tightrope in the baseline. Looks like he was bumped.
You talked about it, Gus. Maybe the rims are loosening up a little. This is a big boy move right here. David Joplin, 6'8", over Caravan, soft touch off the glass, and not to be denied. Also, Iguodala, push shot, money right there. But listen, UConn.
Our director, Brian Lilly, he's a Texan. He's an Aggie, member of the Corps. His son goes to Cambridge in England. Wonderful director, wonderful person. We've been together for about 90 years collectively in terms of experience. Meanwhile, Cam Jones.
Yeah, how about this? Out of the timeout, you get your best player to a strong hand. Outstanding underneath out of bounds play to get Cam to turn the corner despite Klingon being in the area. No defense for that with Cam softly off the glass.
Klingon inside, two-hand jam, and the foul over goal. Donovan Klingon, they're keeping the big fella's hands full. 14 points, 12 rebounds. Analytics, nothing to do with this.
Not at all. Quick hitting play. Also, Iguodala up close right here because he helped. He hedged out a little bit too much. A beautiful delivery that time by Cam, by Tristan Newton. And then Ben goes just a little late to the party.
35-33. And listen to these fans. Rising to their feet. Back door. And a turnover for Marquette.
Boys, you hear the fans going, you want to complete that play.
Iguodala's got to just go score the basket.
I think what I talked about yesterday, that sometimes he plays so unselfish.
Yeah, it's selfish.
That time, he's 2 feet in the paint. He has a nice touch. I would love for him to be a little bit more aggressive, see if he can pick up a couple of fouls on Donovan Klingon. Get him out the game.
Klingon calls for it now. Sets the screen, gets it back. Nice bounce pass, squares his shoulders in midair, and hits Stephon. He lost weight during the season. His coaches thought he was getting fat. He got some good NIL money and got soft. Dan Hurley got on him, and he's in tip-top perfect shape now. And you can tell. Cam Jones fighting. Castle really giving him a hard time. Two great athletes competing against each other. Ball stripped by Spencer. Picked up by Caravan. Here comes Killer Cam.
I tell you what, that whole defensive sequence, credit to Stephon Castle. They wanted to get Cam Jones coming, getting to his left hand, but Castle jumped on him, sent them back to his right hand, hence they were able to force a turnover.
Hezzy. And Castle can't hold on, and he commits foul. But her fingers on that trip.
A little nuance. This is very important. Watch right here. See how he jumps on, Castle jumps on Cam's left hand, sends him back right into traffic, and now not as comfortable, and the turnover ensues afterwards. Heads up play, attention to detail in the scouting report. A young freshman.
Beautiful game tonight. Both these teams, third straight day of playing. They're tired. They're college kids. They've been in the hotel. Got some lactic acid going on, as Coach Hurley said, but they're giving you everything they have in the biggest moment of the season. David Joplin. Across the lane. And foul. Caravan. His first.
I like that matchup. I like David Joplin, 10 feet in, on the block. The double team is not going to come. He kind of dribble right to the middle of the lane and use those wide shoulders to initiate some contact and pick up a foul.
I love David Joplin's size and versatility. His skill set, 6'8", 225. He can shoot the J, put it on the floor, post you up a little bit. Scratching the surface.
Yeah, 2023 Big East Six-Man of the Year. He provides you versatility defensively. You talked about it because you can guard multiple positions. And we already saw that even through some contact, he can finish with the best of them inside and able to step up to the free throw line and knock in two.
Joplin, 8 points, 6 rebounds.
Samson Johnson still chains the pace inside. Hasn't been able to get the lob threat yet, but did get a dunk earlier.
Flip to the basket in a heartbeat.
That's right.
On a switch now. Chase Ross guarding Samson Johnson. Diarra bottled up. Cam Spencer got it.
And that's beautiful defense by Marquette to cut off the baseline. But because of the perpetual movement of Cam Spencer, he found the gap. Diarra found it. Now it's a nice little basket inside. And there's Joplin once again. Look, inside. The challenge you have against UConn is that guys just don't stand still. Even when you play outstanding defense like this by cutting off the baseline, look at Cam Spencer. He dives right into the opening, and he's proven time and time again that this little floater he's been able to hit to perfection. Well-timed cut, excellent delivery, excellent play.
Talked to Dan Hurley in the locker room before the game. He has so much respect for Marquette. He said they mirror us. Shaka Smart is just such an excellent coach. And he said, which is something that I was surprised to hear, he said, I hope and pray that Tyler Kolek gets to play. Because I want my guys to compete against the best.
But isn't that the mantra of who he is, of the coaching, that you want to play against the best, and you don't want to ask well, Tyler Kolek didn't play well. You still got to go win the game, but you do want your young men to play against the best competition, and it doesn't get any better than from a point guard position than Tyler Kolek.
39-37. Imagine if Kolek was playing.
Imagine.
Tyler Kolek, closest thing I've seen to Steve Nash in a long time. Diarra.
With size.
Yeah, he's 6'3". He's bigger than Steve Nash.
The job thus far of disruption.
And one thing that you notice, he doesn't want guys getting by him, his players, because nobody's hitting three-point shots. UConn as a team, 2 of 14. But this is a game of layups. This is a game of interior play, drives.
Well, the initial defensive thrust, the point of attack is what he's talking about. Because if you can hold your own against that, now you're not going to be caught in rotation because your guy gets by you. Now someone has to help, and that opens it up for a kick-out three. Or when the shot goes up, an offensive rebound, which UConn can devastate any team at right now.
Joplin inside. Gets it off and hits. David Joplin, I told you about this young man. He averages 11 points a game and 4 rebounds. He has a team-high 12 right now. 41-39.
And Gus right back at that block against who? Alice Caravan. So the patience from Joplin, understanding no double team will come, allows him to be efficient right there on the block.
Spencer. Diarra, he's brought great energy, 4 to shoot. Pulls up. He'd like to have that one back.
And keep it simple offensively. If you have a mismatch, exploit it. Give him the side to work with. If there's some help coming, he's able to kick it out. But I love the patience right here by David Joplin. Excellent footwork, good defense by Alice Caravan, but not just quite enough to stop Joplin from scoring once again.
David Joplin, the Milwaukee native, has gone from 2.8 points per game as a freshman to 9.2 to now 11. Continuing to work. Baseline. Way short. This time, Trey Norman. 3-point shooting. Both teams struggling. The length. I just walked. Baseline jumper. And good. Jalen Stewart. He's a freshman. He's got legs forever right now.
Better believe it. Only 11 minutes last game, but he's made some outstanding plays in this game. Big time 3-point shot right there in the corner. Extending lead by 5 right now by UConn.
Largest lead of the game for Connecticut. 5 points. Joplin. Lawry. Shows it. Gets inside and banks it down. Nice little dream step. Make that Trey Norman. Up top, Newton. Tristan Newton. He's the guy, folks. When he gets it going, this Connecticut team gets it going. Largest lead of the game for UConn. Now they'll set their defense. Cam Jones has been quiet. Newton's guarding him. Jones on a switch. Steps back on the move. Bottled up. 5 to shoot. Joplin's got to hurry. In the corner. Out of bounds, and he turns it over.
Well, you talked about this, Jalen Stewart. Money in the corner, 3-ball, corner pocket, but then Trey Norman. Marquette has done an excellent job of thwarting any kind of runs, but when you do that, and you know you're going to get shots, Gus, you take your time, you set up a backdoor cut, come off the screen. Easy money for Tristan Newton right there on that 3.
Marquette basketball with .7 to shoot. Quick release, Joplin. Another rebound for Klingon. Number 13, Newton. This Connecticut fan base ready to explode. Long rebound, Stewart, baseline, Stefan, rise and fire. Long rebound.
And 2 great looks that time by UConn, couldn't capitalize.
8:25 to play in regulation. Iguodala, jumper. 14 rebounds for Klingon. Castle. Newton. Quickly down the lane. Lost it, gets it back out of bounds. 7:58 to play. Second half.
As I've ever seen Shaka Smart in that last huddle talking to his players, he said, guys, play through the contact, play tough, play hard, blow everything up defensively.
Klingon inside. Somehow he gets that to go in. It was almost as if he was underneath the basket.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes better be lucky than good.
17 points, 14 rebounds for the big man. Largest lead of the game for Connecticut to get the defensive rebound. Newton the other way. Wraps it around. Stewart steps in the jumper and banks it down. The ATM is open. Run for Connecticut.
Beautiful underneath out of bounds play, but you just see the end of it with Donovan Klingon. It was multiple movements that circled him right inside, and that time Joplin, by jumping out to the outside, it opened up the pass inside, and Jalen Stewart, listen, he got it going, brother. He said he got legs, well, he got plenty of it right here. Able to bank it in right there with the soft touch. Because it don't matter how I go in like my putt, as long as it finishes in the hole.
You're a good putter, too. Joplin rolls down the lane. And Gold hits the jumper. He's a stretch 4, stretch 5, 52-44.
I like him in a game against Klingon, especially when Klingon is going to play drop coverage. Then Gold can step back, and as we seen right there, he'll make you pay if you're late to the party.
And Gold can take you off the dribble as well.
Yeah, I like that matchup. I mean, in the short stint, he's going to give up some size inside on the offensive end. Defensive end. Oh,
Jalen Stewart, the freshman, consensus, 4-star recruit, was the #1 player in the state of Washington. And by the way, that's Donnie Marshall's cousin.
Get out and run and get an easy one, and then reset your defense again.
55-44, Tristan Newton. UConn, 58% shooting this half. Over the last month of the season, they've been a sensational second half team. Newton clutches the purse, gets to the hole. The laws of Newton.
You see the sidestep? The sidestep, and then he clutched it and got right to a spot. And slowly UConn is dissecting this Marquette defense where this kind of dribble penetration and then finish wasn't there or wasn't available. But Newton turning the corner, Ben Gold tried to set up for a charge. Newton's law says the movement of the body is a lot quicker than you think when I can sidestep you right there.
Based on motion and flux. Newton, 11.6 assists, 5 rebounds. Here he is, Newton. What a wonderful college player. Cross court, rise and fire, Diallo. The national champions are feeling it. 60-44, 16-3 run. They've got the legs here in the second half. Tipped up and in, Stevie Mitchell. That stops the bleeding. And now with Marquette and team, we're missing Tyler Pope.
Well, big time, because he can create so many opportunities off the dribble to get some easier shots. I mean, you don't have that. It's a tough ask, and plus, I've seen him when he's been hurt, limping, he can score the basketball. But listen, Jalen Stewart, prior to last night, when he scored 8 points, he went 4 straight games and didn't score. But if Stay Ready was a person, it would be Jalen Stewart. He's hit some big-time shots. He's made some big-time plays offensively and defensively.
His dad, Lodrick, played hoops at USC. Then in the pros overseas, his uncle, Roderick, his twin brother, played at USC in Kansas. And a foul coming up, Newton fouling Mitchell. Remember, Mitchell's playing with that tender shoulder. He goes down awkwardly.
Well, the depth of UConn's bench allows you now, when you may have some tired legs from your starters or guys that played heavy minutes, Jalen Stewart has been able to provide a shot in the arm on both ends of the court. And all year, coaches tell you, guys, stay ready, stay ready. And sometimes it goes one ear out the other, or it doesn't even get all the way through. But when you do listen to it, and you do heed that,
you got to listen to the coach, Jim.
You got to, yeah, you better, because if you do that, you find yourself in an opportunity situation like Jalen Stewart is in right now, where he's come up big time to help this UConn team.
What's the coach know? What's the coach know? I mean, I'm the player, right? I'm supposed to know.
Because that coach has been that player. That's right. When he had to stay ready.
Second free throw good for Mitchell.
Still a lot of time.
5 minutes in the Big East Tournament Championship. An automatic berth on the line. UConn certainly will be a #1 seed. They come in ranked second in the country. Klingen, one reason they're so good is because of their big man.
Well, you know what they do too. Dan Hurley does an excellent job, unless Klingen has a mismatch, of not just posting him up stationary. He'll move down the lane, and that time he came from the weak side to be able to get inside and receive the screen. So it's a lot tougher to dig inside when your big is on the move, can catch and then go. If he's stationary, it's a lot easier to defend him. Well, I mean, it's all relative, meaning easy. But on the move, it shifts the defense. It gives him more one-on-one and more space to operate.
61-48. And Hurley, 440 away from a Big East Tournament championship. Goal. Jamming it with the right hand. I told you he could go off the dribble.
But you see the pump fake? Because he hit that last three-point shot, Donovan Klingen bit for it, and Ben Gold was able to freely waltz his way down the lane for that dunk.
Ben Gold is 6'11". Nice, no look. Jamming one with 2 hands. Klingen, he's got a smile. UConn up 63-50. 8 assists for Tristan Newton. And this Connecticut team has sat on Cam Jones. Drive up and in. He's got 13 now.
They got to that left hand finally, and Klingen was nowhere to be found inside the lane, so the runway was open for Cam Jones.
Newton.
Tristan.
Losses to Kansas and Creighton.
That was interesting. We haven't pointed out also Iguodaro, only 11 minutes.
Are you surprised Shaka's going with the zone down 63 to 52?
Well, just probably coming out of this timeout wants to see if they can disrupt the offense. But you know what? That zone turned into man-to-man once it got into Donovan Clingan's hands because of the outstanding shooting on the perimeter. Despite not making shots, Clingan still had work or space to go to work inside.
Unstoppable today, Donovan Clingan.
Marquette foul, charge number 4, Stevie Mitchell is second.
Stevie Mitchell called for the foul. Clingan with 22 points and 15 rebounds, a career high 15 boards.
Well, but this is why big post players can go to work in college, because they're going to get multiple touches. Keep in mind, since Jalen Brunson won Player of the Year, I think in 2016, the Player of the Year has been either a post player or a forward, because they can eat. They can dominate in college basketball. And when you have an asset like a Donovan Cleveland or a Zach Edey, you're going to utilize that to the best of your ability and play off of that. And that's what we're seeing this evening with UConn.
Diarra. Nice game off the bench. Big E, 6th man of the year, 8 points. Make it 9. 67, 52, 2 and 47 to play in the second half. Goal. And hits.
I think he answered the question of why Iguodaro is on the bench. It's because Ben Gold can stretch the defense a little bit more.
He's got 8 points all this half.
Yep.
Time not on the side of the Golden Eagles. And a foul in the front court. Joplin fouling Newton.
And that's a tough ask, too, because you think about Shaka Smart and what Iguodaro has done for his squad all year, but now it's more strategic and what can get you back in the game a lot quicker is a big like Ben Gold that can step out and shoot, but you got to get stops on this end of the court. Also,
Newton at the line. Tyler Kolek out with an oblique injury on the bench. They'll get him back for the NCAA tournament. He's got another year as well. Second free throw good for Newton. 69-55. 13 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds for Tristan Newton. And he does it quietly, almost effortlessly. Nice look inside Cam and easy jam. Newton now with double digits in points and assists. That's his 10th assist with 1:45 to play, 71-55. Kid's almost got a triple-double. And a whistle and foul.
Gus, how do you motivate a team? Well, one, to come back and be better. Regular season champions was one of the goals for UConn, okay? You're able to get it. Mark it off. Check mark. The next was to win the Big East tournament. 1:39 seconds away from that.
And that poster traveled with Dan Hurley.
Yeah, as soon as they won the regular season outright title, I think it was against Creighton with 3 games left, they switched to the tournament trophy. Picture, poster. Get incremental goals. How do you motivate a team? And that says a lot about these young men and the focus, again, going 18-2 in conference. In this conference, with these teams and these coaches, incredible job. And yet, they're going to celebrate if they can finish this thing out tonight. But they still have one more goal in mind, which is to do what Florida did back in mid-2000s.
You think they can run it back?
I think they have an excellent opportunity to. They're as complete as a team as we've seen in the country all year.
Diarra, nice look inside. Caravan, easy jam. 1:19 to play. 73-57. Joplin. Diarra with the wrong rebound, and he'll take his time.
You know what I think also helps this UConn team and other Big East teams, guys? The styles of play in the Big East vary, so it allows you to be a lot more prepared for teams that you're going to face in the big dance because of that variation of styles.
UConn shooting 65% in the second half. They've gone to Klingon a lot. Cam. Spencer, no way. 43 seconds to play in this game. Jones. Klingon. Rebound number 16. They'll walk it up the floor. How about this, folks? Dan Hurley. He's got now a regular season Big East championship, a Big East tournament championship, a national championship, and he has an opportunity to run it back. Doing all this with his dad, his mentor, looking on. Great picture, father and son, the wise man who taught the wise man. Unbelievable. Congratulations to the Connecticut Huskies.